Greg from Montrose has a question about a plumbing bill.
No, it's from a question with a non-home show plumber. I just want to make that really clear. It's
That's
not
fine.
Abacus. Okay.
Yeah, they complain even if it's Abacus. Plumbers get charged a lot of money. That's the way it is.
This seems a little confusing to Greg. He says,
Okay.
I had 18 feet of sewer line replaced, and the contract I agreed to before states that up to 25 feet for $4,500. Okay, so here it is, by the way, just so you can see the document. We, as they say in TV news, we have the document.
Okay, fine.
All right. Okay, since they only replaced about 18 feet there, shouldn't that difference be refunded? Also, $1,000 for access to a sewer hole. The trench was already dug for 18 feet of the horizontal pipe. Attaching 3 feet of vertical costs $1,000. The supervisor's coming out. The guy on the phone says it sounds right to him. I want to be prepared. What say you, Tom?
I don't set prices for anybody. You've got to be very careful when you sign contracts and you sign agreements. It's up to 25 feet, as he said. So they got to have a minimum charge. That's a standard charge, whether it's a foot or 25 of them. It's going to be that original charge. And why? You'll have to ask them. Now, if you wanted to charge or pay per foot, and this gets to be a little sticky sometimes, and some plumbers will say, okay, I'll charge you so much per foot. But if you go out there and say you only dug 10 inches, you didn't dig 12, and you start fighting over that, that's got to be a problem. So I'm not going to tell this company not to charge what they want, but I will tell you, if you don't like what it says, don't sign a contract. And also go get a different plumber, and that will work with you a little differently. But no, I don't think there's a refund on the 25 feet coming. And the rest of the costs, that's what it costs to run a plumbing business. Businesses don't run cheap. Just because they're a plumber doesn't mean they don't get to make money too. So I'm not going to tell anybody whether it was $1,000 or $800 or $750 to run whatever vertical lines and whatnot they're running. If that's their price, that's what they set. That's what you're going to have to pay if you agree to it.
Can I add a couple things to your comments on
Go
this?
right ahead.
Okay, 2 things. Number one, because I deal with contracts pretty regular.
Yeah.
In the scope, they say replace 25 feet, but down here in the description, and that's where the rubber hits the road in this thing, it says up to 25 feet. Up to 25
So the minimum
feet.
charge.
That's it, minimum charge.
It could have been 2 feet.
But here's where you really got yourself caught in a ringer, if you know what I mean. Down here, underneath here, it says paid on 12/19 with Green Sky financing. They've already got their money.
I didn't read that.
Yeah,
you showed it to me really fast.
Yeah, you got well, I mailed it to you 2 days ago. Anyway,
I mean, I read it. No, I got the question. I didn't see the document.
Okay, well, anyway, the bottom line is they've already got their money. You lack what we call leverage. Okay, so chances are, and not only that, but the $1,000, in order to refund that $1,000, they would have to go back to Green Sky, void the loan, refinance that, rerun that financing and all that. That ain't going to happen.
Well, and we get into financing. Those are charges on top. Those are other businesses now involved that have to make money.
That's what I'm saying.
So the more businesses involved, the more people make money.
Which circles back to what you said. Okay, number one, be careful who you're doing business with. Don't pay more than you have to. And number two, why didn't you get more than one bid? That's really what you should have done.
Yeah,
and you should have called Abacus. So I'm just saying.
Fine, but anyway, there's nothing. I don't think you're going to have you might be able to talk them down a little bit and see what happens, but I don't know.
We would love to give you good news here, but we're just shooting straight with you because that's what's made him for 32 years the name people trust. It's from improvement.
And people have heard me on the air. You know, shortage of plumbers, shortage of electricians. Prices are going to go up until we get America back on a good standing with skilled workforce. It's going to get worse and worse.
I thought we were already making America great again. What happened?
Well, we need to make great plumbers again, and a lot of people going into plumbing business. So
I don't know why. Because good night. You can
average age of a plumber is 60 years old. That's my age.
Bunch of money.
I'm going to charge a bunch if I'm 60 digging a trench.
Okay, for both of you, still watching this, thank you. And if you have a question, send it to us at HomeShowRadio.com. Use the Ask Com form. We'll answer just like these videos over here. Subscribe to our channel. We'll ring your bell when we have a rant like this again.